Just wanted to tack a little note on the end of this example here, just on the calculator use. If you haven't used your calculator to solve trig equations very often, there is a little bit to know. So using the class pad, and we're just going to use this same example, cos of x equals root 3 on 2. What's really important is when you're putting the equation in, and so let's do that. Action, advanced, solve. Cos, so trig down here, cos of x equals root 3 on 2. Couple of things. One, check that you're in standard mode. Two, check you're in radians mode. You'll almost always be in radians mode when you're solving trig equations in methods, and if you're not, the question will be very, very clear about it being a degrees question. If you do hit execute like this though, you'll get this ugly looking thing, which is actually a general solution. And we'll come back to what the general solution means, but it's basically representing every possible solution to this over a domain of R. But in this question, our domain is 0 to 4 pi. So this is the important bit. On your calculator, just at the end of that expression there, if you go to Math 3 and then hit this little vertical line, that lets you then set a domain. So we're going to say to the calculator, solve cos of x equals root 3 on 2, given that. And what we want to say is that 0 is less than or equal to x, but x is less than or equal to 4 pi, right? So that there is the domain. And when we put that in, we get a much nicer looking set of solutions because it's just the solutions that are inside that domain: pi on 6, 11 pi on 6, 13 pi on 6, and 23 pi on 6. So even when you're practicing questions that are not meant to be calculated questions, it's not a bad idea to check your answers like this, just to get used to and get really quick at inputting the equations as well as the domains.